Hi guys, actually have enough time to come back and do this other video. So today's video is about the cards I'm handing out to people. This one particularly is the issue. This is the vocal card of mine where you'll see that there's more than 262 pieces of my work posted and more to come. And on this website, there are other people who have actually got more stuff already posted up there. There are some people who literally that's all they do is focus on their vocal profile. That's where they put all their work and how they work on building their portfolio in order to make money, enter contests, and win. And then add information to all the outside stuff that also goes along with their work that connects to how they got their start through vocal or vice versa, led them to vocal through their outside other work. No, I'm not strictly just an online writer, so I use this as a middle ground. It's a medium, it's a voice. But when I came across vocal, I realized that they had started a process, a beginning of something that was heavenly sent, even if they didn't know it, based on their condition of heart and mind. They had fallen into something called fund sharing, and it's like the beginning of ending socialism. So in this system, you're not taking other people's money and spending it until other people run out of money, and then you have no more money to spend from other people. In this system of fund sharing, it just keeps going around. You never run out of money, and the more people that join and sign on, the more there is to work with and keeping the whole thing going. And there's no cost for the people signing on other than what they already have, with dealing with your computers and tablets and stuff in the life you're living anyway, and you're going to own anyway. You're not buying because of vocal. So with vocal, they also do something else a little different. With vocal, if you sign up and you start posting stuff in any of the areas that they have listed above their website and all the different genres, you'll get money. They will give you a award at $5. I think it's $10, then $20, or maybe it's 25, and then 50. So at 10 posts, 5 posts, 10 posts, 25 posts, and 50 posts, they put money in your Stripe account if you're anywhere in the world where you have access to that Stripe system and can get paid out. And so basically, that is like a gift. It's like a loan. So when you transfer all that money from US dollars, because they're based out of the States right now, their first office, it's about $102 Canadian. But when you take that money, which didn't cost you anything to earn, and all you had to do was post your writing up there to get it paid to you, you take that $100 and you reinvest it as a stakeholder and holding $100 worth or $10 per share, which is 10 shares into vocal. And then you go quarterly investment because they do the check-ins every 4 months. You see how much money your $100 earned you at no expense to you because they gave it to you, and all you had to do was read and write to get that funding. And then after you do that 4 cycles in a year, you have a pretty big amount. And when they open it up to public to invest all that money, then you have a higher amount that reinvests in the fund share system. That keeps the vocal page running. It keeps the contests running, keeps people winning, keeps people earning money in that system. So I'm having a hard time explaining to people that I'm not taking money from people or asking people to give me money. I'm not selling people anything. This is free. There is a paid subscription called Vocal Plus for people who don't want to have anything else to do with the system other than to enjoy going there and using it to share their stories, which they do for fun, not for career investment or retirement investment or extra side earnings to pay for their bills and expensive living investment. Okay, so those people get the Vocal Plus. I have a Vocal Plus. I've had Vocal Plus almost from the beginning. Only for a few months at a time would I ever sign back to just regular Vocal when I wasn't worried about entering contests. And that's the convenient part about the Vocal Plus. It's $10 a month. Almost anybody can afford that. There's no contract, no pressure. when you can't afford it, if you're not using it often and you're busy, you don't have to pay for it. You still have access to Vocal. You can still have free use to the account that you have, the profile that you've made. So you can still post stuff or go there and just read stuff for free. You just can't enter the contest. It's only eligible for Vocal Plus members. However, you can pay to enter public contests that are open to people who pay a $20 submission to enter. And that $20 is also affordable for people to enter, and anybody in the world can enter that, no pressure, and they don't need to be an extra member or pay extra fees. So the whole system about fund sharing in this system was heaven sent, and I know that. Somewhere in my head, I had said, oh, I wish I could own this company, Vocal, and that was a while back. And there was no opportunity to invest publicly. And then after so many years, suddenly there was an announcement. Something came into my email, and Jesus had said, ding, this is that moment, your dream come true, a lifetime of waiting for this. I never bought into stocks and bonds or investments or RSPs because it wasn't for me. I know that with Armageddon, with the end of the system of things looming upon all of us, that kind of worldly investment is not an answer. You're not going to get anywhere from that, because that will all crash when that version of socialism comes to an end and there's no more money from other people to spend. Then you've lost all that time and leverage and investment. For that to work, people have to be investing low, making it build up, and then selling it when it's high, and then getting out and starting again. And I'm not into that. My job is a writer. This is my life. I've done this forever. As far as back as I could hold a pen, that's all I've done. And I want to help other people who have years and years and years and years of stacked work or stuff on the side in computers stored from way back when, flash drives, external hard drives, wherever, have a way to go somewhere with it, a place to go. There is no amount of material that you can't put up there. It's continuous. There are people who have more than 1,000 posts up on Vocal, so you can just keep going. If you have decades and decades of written work by hand or stored work, and you don't know where to go with it, what to do with it, Vocal's the place to put it. And then it's there for people to read, and there for you to share with everybody, and there to be immortalized, forever, for as long as the world is operating, as long as we have internet and computers, as long as Jesus and God are keeping everyone safe and there's going to be a future. That's the place to put it, so that when your books don't exist, when they've disintegrated or something has happened, your material is still safe for others to enjoy. And the best part about that is everything that you're posting, you get paid pennies by the hit. So every time you go there and load something, those hits count and pennies come to your profile, and you're getting paid for going just to visit there, putting stuff up there. And for everybody that you know that goes there and reads your work and then tells others to go there, every time people go to your profile, you get paid again from that. And all that comes from Vocal. And so the more money you get from that, the more you add up in your Stripe wallet, your online Vocal wallet, and then you can take that money once again and you can invest it when the public investment shares are open for stakeholdership. Now, they don't do this often. Their first rounds are finished. I've invested, and I'm waiting for their second round. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for the lucky people who are smart enough to watch this video, listen to it, and understand what I'm telling them is to do this now, because when the public shares are off the table, when they have gotten the amount of shares they're looking to publicly give away and get from the public that use Vocal, there'll be no more opportunities for it. The share will be done. And I want to reach about 10,000 as my first dream. My vision is to get to $10,000 worth of shares or stakeholder in partnership and ownership of this company. They are willing to go as high as 50%. I think it's like 237,000 shares, but there's only $10 a share. So it takes quite a bit of effort And I know how to do that. So if 10 people invest their $100, you can sign in and you can invest $1,000, and that $1,000 will reinvest over a year 4 times, a lot faster than everybody doing it one person at a time on a selfish me, I can do this by myself thing at $100 a time. If you do $100 a time by yourself, then you're only going to get $400 by the end of the year, and whatever interest comes back on that at $10 a share, which is a lot less than if 10 people give me $100 and I put it in for 1,000 to go in with my 1,000 that's already in there, and whatever I'm going to get at the end of mine. So if I take all of that accumulation from everyone to add with what's already going on with mine, then when we're done those 4 months, there's going to be an even larger margin of portion of funds to spread out to everybody that's invested. I also would like to do the same thing with my future production website, and with my other company, which will be partially nonprofit but not fully nonprofit. That company is going to be called CAPE, Caring About People Everywhere, Jehovah's Way. So it's not meant to be like a religious institution. It's just that the foundation is, of course, that God is the Almighty, the Savior, the Creator of all things. He's our safety net. So caring about people everywhere is God's way, right? And God's way is the right way. So that's an emphasis on why we use his name and call upon his name, or emphasize whose idea all of that love and doing it that way is about. Originally, I was just going to keep it Kate, but I kind of liked his extra input to do that. So I like the idea of getting his name out there and having people know, because that's the point of the gospel. And this time is for people to know what name to call upon, because of all the names there are, none of those names are going to work for you. It's that name. And if you don't know that name, then it's not going to do the same as caring about people everywhere, right? Like caring about people everywhere and knowing that will actually care about people everywhere and make a difference. But that's because somebody on the street that I know who begs for money to make extra for his disability benefits because he doesn't have enough money came up with it. And he said, oh, we need to earn this much money on disability to be comfortable, and I want to go to the parliament. And I promised him that I would make a success out of his name for that company. And all of that stuff that I have in my head, the Future Productions website, which I will also do as a fund share where people will have shares, will change. I'm going to offer more money, so people will get $20 a share, not $10 a share in my system, because the amount will go up faster, so I can do that for the right amount of people who sign up. So the first 200 people or so will be the lucky people in this. And then if they do the same thing and helping me support with Future Productions, it'll just be my company. I won't have to worry about the extended partners of Vocal and then so on. But the idea is to click them together, and then I can continue to help people fund sharing, and then eventually there'll be CAPE as well. And that should help me take the world by storm. I have housing ideas for off-grid, safe and comfortable living, humble, meek, modest living for people that don't want having to do with all this materialism and all of this costly living stuff to make things more complicated, which we don't need. I have other ideas around food and greenhouses and growing food all over the world in greenhouses locally, so we don't have to keep paying a bunch of money for the transferring of goods and the time lost in the time to sell and eat that stuff, and how much goes to waste because of that time. Whereas if we did it locally in those greenhouses, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Food could be used for longer periods locally and save on costs of expenses of transportation and all of the environment harm and garbage that causes us. So that in turn will reverse the damage and reduce the prices of everything and everyone's stress and anxiety, and we have more time for ourselves and our lives, and we can slow down, because that's essentially the point of God, that he's eternal and that he has forever. He was, is, and will always be. So our job is to learn how to listen and follow. And sometimes you got to listen softly to hear how loud the instructions are, how big the vision is. I have another mission where I want to have airplane called Cape Air, where I can take people who normally have never been able to go anywhere because of oppression and poverty. And I want to give them, the wish trip of their dream. I want to fill the planes up with people to take them out of Canada for the first time of their life to go anywhere they want to go. Sometimes Universal Studios, maybe Disney World, or to Switzerland or whatever, and help people be able to see what the world is like beyond the boundaries of their country because of finances. And if everything goes right with what I'm doing with God's help and blessing, thinking celestial or thinking eternal rather, then it will help unfold all of that blessing and stuff to other people as well, so that other people can have the chance to go live and enjoy life in other places. In the end of it, what I'm teaching you guys here is that it is the formula, it is the future to universal basic income. It's the universal life standard, an equity that everyone has the right to, a value that we are all intrinsically worth, just to start with at a base. And that allows people then the freedom to go live in other parts of the world as one place, as a universal citizenship, and meet and fall in love and marry the right people, rather than being restricted to certain area and certain people because you can't get anywhere to meet other people that are better suited to you on every level, and create a better world with the God's guidance or through his love for your line and seed and so on unto 1,000 generations. But we'll see who will be here in 1,000 years. Some of us may live through this time and be there to tell stories about this time. But I just want to make sure I make a difference in this time, for my time, to help make that journey to the future better for others. So please believe me when I say this is the answer for you. And when the shares for this stuff is gone and the opportunity is gone, it'll be gone, at least on my part, for me, in being able to do anything locally. And all of that's going to make it possible for me to make these movies here and give acting work and other work to people in the industry. So please contact me. Please sign up to Vocal. You have to verify your account, and then you have to follow my page. You can do that if you have the cards through scan, or you can go to the link below and go to the profile and then sign up, verify your account, and follow my account. And then you have to add 50. You don't have to add any more, just you have to add 50. To make it safe, go 51. Put 51 journal entries, or 51 poems, or 51 stories, 51 recipes, just 51 items of things you've written, collected, that are from you, that are authentic and genuine and original material. And when you get to that 51, you let me know when you've collected all that funding, all the money that you get rewarded from Vocal, and it has arrived into your Stripe account. And then we get together and then I teach you what's next. But don't touch that money in the Stripe account when it goes in. So this can help answer a lot of the questions to a lot of the problems I heard people talking about in church today. And that's why I'm trying to explain to people how real this opportunity is for blessings, and how real God is, how real Jesus is, and how they do have answers. And that if we just listen and let them in, draw closer to them, we can witness them, witness to us that they're here to help us, and that we shouldn't be refusing their help, and be able to recognize when they are offering help and that it's actually them offering the help, because then we can move ahead and move forward and make a difference a whole lot sooner and faster. So go to Vocal, sign up, follow me, post up your stuff. In the poetry section, you have to, if it's poems or stories that are less than 100, you can only post it in the poetry section, or they won't accept it if it's under 100 words. And the Facebook page just has stuff that you can purchase, pictures, books, and other things that you can purchase by choice of me and my work to help support what I'm doing. So I hope that's understandable. If you have any questions, please contact me. But sign up, certify your account, make sure it's verified, follow mine, and do what I say. Put up 5, 10, 25, 50, and then 51 just to make it share. And then you sit and wait for the funding to come from Vocal. And remember, it's all in US dollars. And at some point, I'll have Vocal Canada And then we can get hundreds of thousands of Canadians virtually safe financially who can enjoy using their phones, their tablets, their computers, and just reading and enjoying entertainment and supporting people who love to do this, who want to be able to continue to make a living doing this. So even if you never post anything else besides those 51 items, just so you can support others that love to do this and support them being able to earn money to do this, that's all you'll need to do in order to make your share of the fund sharing system. So peace out, everybody. I gotta go. They just give me the sign that it's time to go. Okay, peace out. Bye. Thank you.